Keyword research. So to go along with creating content that people want, you have to do keyword research. So how do you do that? So I do strongly recommend that you use a software tool to help you do keyword research. Now there's three main tools that I like and recommend. Now the two most popular are number one, Ahrefs, and number two, SEMrush. The downside of these tools is that they're subscription based and they're quite expensive. That's why I like Uber Suggest, because it's a one-time fee, and I've tested it against both of these tools, and for the most part you kind of get the same information. Both of these two tools are again more expensive and advanced, so you can go that route if you want a more powerful keyword research tool. But if you're just looking for data like how much a keyword has been searched for, ideal volume, that type of thing, then Uber Suggest is fine, because my approach to keyword research is that I just want to see some search volume. I don't really care if it says it's 2,000 a month, 1,000 a month, 800 a month, whatever. If there's search volume, I'm going to create a piece of content on it, because when it comes down to a keyword, like I mentioned previously, you're not going to get the traffic for just one keyword. It's going to be a collection of keywords. So anyways, so when you're in over here at Uber Suggest, let's just navigate over here to keyword research, keyword overview. Then with the keyword research tool, you can just type in what you're looking for over here. So let's say I have a blog about teaching English abroad. That's my topic. So teach English abroad, Thailand. Let's see what we come up with right here. And there we go. So it says the search volume is 20, which is quite low. Paid difficulty, cost per click, but there is search volume, so people are searching for this topic. Now if we navigate down here, it gives us search volume history, and then it gives us this helpful aspect right here where we have suggestions, questions, prepositions, comparisons. So teach English Thailand. Okay, so it says 1,300 search right there. So let's scroll down. Now we have suggestions, questions, prepositions, comparisons to give us additional keyword phrases that we can search for as well. So for example, like teach English Thailand jobs, Thailand and teach English jobs, Thailand teach English. Okay, so as we scroll down, we have suggestions, questions, prepositions, comparisons, and these are all just various keywords that we can jump into and explore more. So questions over here are quite helpful. In my opinion, questions are kind of being overtaken by AI tools a little bit. So just tread carefully with that. But you want to be, again, comes back to like, what's your website about? Does this piece of content make sense for your website? If it does, then you should add it to your site as needed. Okay, and then right down here gives us content ideas, but there's nothing down there. Let me click on this to teach English Thailand. Click on that one right there. Okay, so teach English abroad Thailand, teach English Thailand. All right, so let me back out of that. Teach English Thailand. Click on here for search. Okay, so now we have the volume over here, cost per click. Cost per click is how much an advertiser is paying to get clicks for their ads that are being viewed on this specific page. Anyway, so right over here, we have a bunch of different keywords to explore. Okay, so we're under keyword ideas now. Teach English in Thailand jobs, pay. And so the way you want to approach this as well is you want to create like a comprehensive blog post, okay? And what keyword phrases all kind of make sense to go into that singular blog post. So if I'm talking about like a blog post that's on teach English in Thailand jobs, people who are searching for that, you also have to think about the search intent. Someone who's searching for that is probably looking for like a jobs board or a website for a jobs board. They're not really looking for an article on teaching English in Thailand, like just an informational article. They're looking probably, my guess. So the way you can figure that out is teach English in Thailand jobs. Let's see what's ranking. Teach English in Thailand jobs. Okay, so 90 teaching jobs. Okay, Teach English China jobs. That's ajan.com. So it's a very popular jobs board website. Then this is the work programs over there. So yeah, this keyword, what's ranking in Google, or is like kind of like meeting the search intent. People are looking for a jobs board for that. All right, this right down here though, Teach English in Thailand, no degree. That's a good informational article right there. Teach English abroad. Okay, good. So you could create like an article about teach English abroad in Thailand. Okay, and then you could talk about the salary, then what it's like to teach in Bangkok, the pay, and kind of combine all these keywords into one article. But you have to use your professional judgments. So for example, like this teach English in Bangkok, then maybe that would be better as like a separate article. So you got to make that executive decision basically about should that be its own article, or is that a good subsection of a broader article about teach English abroad in Thailand. Or you could do both. You could have this be a quick little subsection within a broader article about teach English in Thailand and talk about Bangkok, then have it be learn more and then link to an article that's all about teaching English in Bangkok. If that makes any sense? So this is what you need to be using a keyword tool for. All right, so another thing that's very helpful is just to go directly to Google as well. So if I type this in right here, teach English in Thailand, what comes up? No degree, salary, Reddit, requirements, program, no experience, non-native, online. So people who are non-native English speakers want to become an English teacher. How does that work? So let's search for that right there. And so there's a bunch of different things that they have to take, like the TOEIC and the IELTS exam and things like that. Okay, so this could be a standalone article as well. But see how it kind of autofills the drop down right here? And now we have more keywords right there. So NNES teaching jobs in Thailand. Like, I'm not even sure what that is. Ajan jobs for non-native speakers. That's a very specific like phrasing with a word that only people who've been to Thailand use. Like Ajan means teacher. So this is how you want. This is also how you can use like to do keyword research using Google directly. And then if we scroll to the very bottom right here, then we have people also search for as well. Boom, 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 boom. And these are additional keywords that you can use. So sometimes you could just take this, Ajan jobs for non-native speakers. Are people kind of searching for that? Is that something that I should consider taking a look at? Let me go over here to keyword overview. Let's just reload that. Okay, let's paste that in right there. Yeah, there's some search volume to that. So people would be looking for Ajan jobs for non-native speakers. So not a bad keyword, okay? Very, very specific, but you could probably create content that could get a little bit of traffic based around this. Then navigate down here, jobs for non-Japanese speakers in Japan, teaching jobs in Thailand, job opportunities for non-native English speakers. And this is what you need to do for when it comes down to creating content that people are looking for. So this is like how I figured out this phrase right there. Should you buy your domain name through Bluehost? Should you buy your domain name through whatever, Hostinger, another web host, this web host, that service, this service, Squarespace, Wix? Like once you figure out like one phrase that works, then if it makes sense to like swap a piece of content out within it, like I can swap Bluehost out and add in another service, a different web host, a different website builder, because I know like people are kind of searching for that kind of copy and content, and create a bunch of articles that are kind of related, but they're going after specific industry vertical. That makes any sense? And so that's how you want to approach keyword research, okay? Creating content people are looking for, using different keyword tools over here to kind of all put it together to figure out like what people want. Do these keywords make sense for your website? Is there any search volume associated with it? And again, like I keep saying, I wouldn't focus too much on the search volume right there, because if you create an article like this and you had a blog and a business about teaching English abroad, you're going to get like keyword freight. You're going to get people typing in like jobs for non-native speakers, Ajan, non-native speakers, like teaching English for non-native speakers, teaching jobs for non-native speakers. You're going to get all these like related keywords depending on how you structure your article. But fundamentally, it comes down to keyword research, figuring out what people are looking for, kind of figure it out using a little bit of Google, taking a look at like the drop down over here, this auto fill in, like teaching jobs in Thailand with visa sponsorship. That's very specific. University jobs for Thailand university jobs in Thailand for foreigners. Again, another very nice specific keyword that you create a piece of content for, if it makes sense. And also use the phrase down here where it says people also search for, down there, like agencies for teaching jobs in Thailand. So you can have like a list of different agencies that people can leverage. And then just kind of run everything through like a keyword tool over here. See if there's any search volume. If there is, you can proceed forward. Kind of pay attention to cost per click a little bit, because that means like you can make a little bit of money if you run display ads on that page and it gets ads and gets views, etc. And then navigate down here and use this section right there: suggestions, questions, prepositions, comparisons. If you're using Ubersuggest, you can do something related and similar if you decide to go with Ahrefs or SEMrush.